That's the silent sound. That the teaching of God, that's the word in the Bible, the music of the stars. That's why we call this method immediate enlightenment. We help you to open your heavenly ears, then you can hear the stars.
Please continue watching to find out more.
Our programs include many languages. Please log on to our program schedule for more details. suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Supreme Master Ching Hai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
Today's program will be presented in English and Spanish with subtitles in Arabic, Olaxis, also known as Vietnamese, Chinese, English, French, German, Hebrew, Hindi, Hungarian, Indonesian, Italian, Japanese, Korean, Mongolian, Persian, Polish, Portuguese, Punjabi, Romanian, Russian, Spanish, Thai, Urdu, and Turkish. Alegres televidentes, reciban nuestro más cordial saludo. Soy Maite Rodrigo, desde Valencia, España. Nuestra gente les desea que todos sus nobles proyectos den abundantes frutos. España es un país que se distingue por su diversa herencia cultural, como resultado de las influencias de muchas naciones a lo largo de su historia. El país también es famoso por sus interesantes fiestas, que se celebran durante todo el año. Además, España es un paraíso geográfico, bendecido con preciosas playas, islas tropicales exuberantes, cálidos días soleados y cielos azul claro cristalino. En literatura, Miguel de Cervantes es quizás el escritor más renombrado de España, y su libro Don Quijote es considerado como la primera novela moderna. Célebre por su flamante baile y música flamenca, España ha sido un importante centro cultural y artístico en Europa durante miles de años. Millones de visitantes de todo el mundo son atraídos a esta nación todos los años. Durante su gira europea de conferencias, la maestra suprema Ching aceptó la invitación de sinceros buscadores de la verdad para hacer una escala en España. Ahora los invitamos a escuchar la siguiente conferencia llena de sabiduría de la maestra suprema Ching titulada
En silencio conocemos a Dios. Preguntas y respuestas, parte 1 de 4.
Ofrecida el 5 de mayo de 1999 en Madrid, España.
If you have anything that you want to know that I have not mentioned, you have forgotten, I wasn't clear in any way, please let me know.
Por favor, si tenéis cualquier pregunta, si hay cualquier tema que yo no haya abordado, si algo de lo dicho no ha sido suficientemente claro, por favor, podéis ahora hacérmelo saber.
Can I ask you a question? How was it you came to this knowledge? How did you reach this knowledge?
I went to the Himalaya and have a teacher.
Para conocer el método me fui al Himalaya y tuve un maestro.
Not because only the Himalaya have teachers. I just happen to think that in the Himalaya I can find some master because Jesus went there, Buddha went there, etc., etc.
No porque no haya maestros en otro sitio, pero Jesús fue allí, Buda también, y yo también fui al Himalaya.
And now you can find master in other places as well.
Ahora también hay maestros en otros sitios.
Because after Jesus went to India for a while, during his 13 years missing according to history, and after the Buddha has been under the Himalaya for a while, they also both go back to the world, so people can see them on the street or in the restaurant. So they don't have to all go to Himalaya like the masters did.
Jesús y Buda fueron al Himalaya, luego pues volvieron al mundo. Por eso los maestros volvemos al mundo para poder encontrarnos con todos pues en la calle o en un restaurante y que no tengáis que ir al Himalaya.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yes.
Quería preguntar cómo podías ayudarnos a todos a bajar de la cruz, porque yo aprendí hace tiempo que el cuerpo es la cruz donde tenemos crucificada la rosa del alma. ¿Cómo podemos liberar a la rosa?
How can God help us descend from the cross? Because I've been taught that our body is the cross on which our soul is a rose that is crucified. How can we get down from the cross?
Yes. It's true that the body is also the cross in a way because it's engaged the soul and make us feel often very, very restricted. And that's why I will show you how to get out.
Cierto que ese cuerpo es una cruz y que el alma es como esa rosa crucificada. Por eso yo quiero enseñaros el camino, cómo salir.
If you stay after the conference, we will show you.
Si os quedáis después de la conferencia, os lo vamos a mostrar.
You can have a taste of God immediately, and then you can continue to have it every day at home after we tell you.
Podéis tener ese destello de Dios inmediatamente y luego podéis continuar cada día en casa después que os lo haya dicho.
Today, just a little taste.
Hoy solo pues captar ese sabor de Dios.
And if you continue, you see more of Him.
Ese destello. Y luego, si continuáis, veréis más.
¿Usted puede saber al ver a una persona si se va a realizar en esta existencia?
Can you tell upon seeing a person whether this person is going to be saved?
God already knows.
Dios ya lo sabe.
And He will show me whom.
Y me va a mostrar a mí quién.
Whomever is supposed to come.
How do we know if you are a real or a false prophet?
Oh, I am not a prophet. Did I tell you I'm a prophet?
Yo no soy profetisa, yo no he dicho que era profeta.
Well, you can tell after you become a prophet yourself. I am going to show you to be a prophet. Not that I am your prophet. I'm going to show you to be a master and a prophet yourself.
Yo te voy a enseñar a que tú seas un maestro y te conviertas en profeta. No has comprendido, no es que yo sea tu profeta, es que te enseñaré a convertirte en maestro y en profeta.
I'm not coming here to tell you that I'm a prophet. I'm coming here to tell you that you are the prophet, that you are the children of God. And you can prove it to yourself if you want to try our method.
Es decir, yo solamente te digo que con nuestro método puedes encontrar ese camino, ser tu maestro, tu profeta.
Yeah, up to now, did I tell you, you have to worship me as a prophet or you have to believe me because I'm great? I'm telling you that you are great and I can prove it to you if you want to try.
Yo no he dicho que tengáis que adorarme ni que yo soy grande. No, vosotros sois grandes, vosotros vais a encontrarlo y vosotros lo vais a lograr. Es lo que he dicho.
Otra persona pregunta, mi guía Milarepa me dice que escuche la música de las esferas. ¿Cómo?
Our guide Milarepa advises me to listen to the music from the stars. How can I do that?
Yes.
Sí.
That's what I'm going to show you how.
Por eso os voy a mostrar cómo.
That's the silent sound, that the teaching of God, that's the word in the Bible, the music of the star. They call different names.
Sonido silente, este sonido silencioso del que se habla en la Biblia. Hay diferentes nombres para esto.
You can hear it right away.
Se puede escuchar inmediatamente.
When I come in and tell you just a few words, you hear right away the music of the star.
Y cuando os diga unas palabras, vais a escuchar inmediatamente esta música de las estrellas.
That's the teaching from God. That's why we call this method immediate enlightenment.
Es la enseñanza de Dios, por eso a esto le llamo, a este método, la iluminación inmediata.
We help you to open your heavenly ears, then you can hear the stars.
Os ayudamos a encontrar cómo abrir estos oídos celestiales para poder oír esta música de las estrellas.
There is a comment on vegetarianism, and there is a question that goes with it. Master, what kind of food do you recommend? Apparently, Jesus was a vegetarian. A lot of people are vegetarians, and they seem to be very healthy. So, should we be vegetarian instead of slaying our younger brothers and sisters, that is, animals?
Hurrah!
¡Hurra!
Of course.
Por supuesto.
Any food that doesn't incur killing any living beings or future living beings is a vegetarian.
Cualquier alimento que no implique el asesinar, el matar ser viviente alguno, existente o futuro, esto lleva a ser vegetarianos.
Una persona aquí dice, quiero saber tu método, de lo que dices ya lo sabemos. Creo que deberías hablar del método y en qué consiste.
We would like to hear what your method is and what is the real content of your method.
Well, if you want to know, you have to stay a little longer after this. It's not like I can tell you and then it is not really a written method. It is a reconnection with the kingdom of God through a living pole, just like electricity. Just reconnect it and then you will get it. Even if I sit here and talk all night long until 100 years, you still don't get the kingdom of God. But we sit together and there is something going on invisibly and you will know.
Realmente el hecho de estar aquí no podemos hacerlo. No hay un método escrito. Esto es como la electricidad. Se trata de reconectar polos, de lograrlo. No hay un método escrito. Por eso no podemos hacerlo aquí. Hablaríamos horas y horas y no lo lograríamos.
The so-called method, it just, I probably tell you how to sit so that you're more comfortable and how many hours a day you should communicate with God if you want to, and some of these details. Actually, these are not the method. The method is not describable. It's not written, and even if it's written, it's not the real thing. The real thing's gone through a living pole from God, transmitted from God through another living chosen pole, something like that.
Realmente esto es, como habíamos dicho, es un método que no está escrito, es un método indescriptible. Yo os diré cómo sentaros confortablemente en casa, invertir el tiempo y poder lograr. Es como la comunicación entre dos polos, entre Dios y ese otro polo viviente. El método no está escrito y no se puede describir con simples palabras.
At the time of truly transmitting the so-called method, I don't talk.
A la hora de transmitir el llamado método, realmente yo no hablo.
The real thing is transmitted in silence.
La verdadera cosa que nos interesa se transmite en silencio.
When you are ready, it's be transmitted to you, even though if I'm not here, if you want it, I can transmit it to you through America, from the moon even.
Cuando ya estéis dispuestos, os lo puedo hacer llegar, os lo puedo transmitir desde América, desde la luna incluso.
And all in silence.
Y todo en silencio.
That's the wonder of God.
Esa es la maravilla de Dios.
¿Por qué tantos maestros recorren últimamente el mundo dando conferencias y ofreciendo las enseñanzas liberadoras? ¿Qué le espera al planeta? ¿Por qué es tan importante estar preparados espiritualmente? ¿Qué cambios le esperan a la humanidad?
Why are there so many masters now giving lectures throughout the world and spreading their teachings? what awaits our planet Earth? Should we be ready for important changes that are going to affect the whole of humankind?
Well, I guess because God is gracious, and I guess also because of the communication system now is very efficient, and I guess because of transportation now is very convenient, and I guess because we are more civilized, the law protect the spiritual masters, so the masters are more free to spread the message of the truth, and we should be happy.
Creo que ahora, viajan más porque hay más posibilidades de viajar, se conoce más porque hay un mundo con más posibilidades de comunicación, pero también en este mundo actual se protege más a los maestros espirituales y debemos estar complacidos por ello.
The more master, the better for us.
Mientras más maestros espirituales haya, mejor para nosotros.
I would like to bring all the masters from heaven down here, but God's will be done.
Quisiera traer a todos los maestros del cielo que viniesen aquí, pero hágase la voluntad de Dios.
It's not the question of how many masters also, it's the question of how we are ready, how much are we ready. If we're ready, one master for the whole world enough, because the master don't need to be present in your vicinity in order to give you initiation. The master just come around in order to tell you that he's here, and then it's up to you to get the spiritual awakening, empowerment from him or not.
Realmente está bien que haya muchos, pero con un maestro sería suficiente, porque si usted está listo, si vosotros estáis listos, si lo estamos todos, con un maestro, encuéntrese donde él o ella se encuentre, podremos encontrar esa iluminación, este despertar en nosotros.
I had the experience of being one with totality. Was due to the use of a special plant which grows in the Amazon forest, and it's called ayahuasca. Now, considering that it doesn't matter how you reach enlightenment, the important thing is that you are enlightened, why don't people favor the use of such plants and, in fact, even prohibit it?
Because these are not real experience.
Porque no son experiencias reales.
Any experience that evoked by material means is not spiritual.
Cualquier experiencia que se evoca a través de recursos materiales no es una experiencia espiritual.
Because God is not made by man or made by anything or evoked by anything, but God will be awakened himself when he wants to within us.
Y no se puede lograr ese despertar, no se puede invocar a Dios con ninguna cosa material, con ninguna cosa hecha por nosotros. Ese despertar está dentro de nosotros y tendrá lugar cuando Dios quiera que ocurra.
That is number one.
Eso número uno.
Number two, the spiritual awakening by nature will not have any bad side effects, will only make you happier, more intelligent, more contented, more successful in many things, and more noble, more loving.
Ese despertar natural nos hará más felices, más contentos, más inteligentes, tener mayor conocimiento y ser capaces de tener más amor, de sentir más amor. No tiene ningún efecto negativo, ningún efecto secundario.
And whatever the illusion that comes from plant or drugs, they have terrible side effects. They will make your body weak, they will make you addictive, they will make you less intelligent, they will destroy your brain power and also destroy your physical well-being, etc., etc. You know that better than I do.
Y vosotros lo sabéis mejor que yo. Estas sustancias que tienen efectos secundarios, crean adicción, destruyen la inteligencia, destruyen el cerebro, bajan ese bienestar. Lo sabéis vosotros mejor que yo.
How many people die every day because of drugs? You know.
¿Cuántas personas mueren cada día por el uso de drogas?
And how many people live a life half dead and half suffering because of the lack of drug after they have been so addicted to it?
¿Y cuántas personas viven como muertos vivientes porque tienen una adicción a las drogas y les falta esta droga y les llena de sufrimiento?
You know the answer.
Sabéis la respuesta.
Some of the tragic tolls of addictive drug abuse.
Over 200,000 deaths each year, costs of $181 billion each year in the United States, $33 billion in the UK. Lifetime cost of current drug addiction amounts to $575 billion in the UK. Over 100 British children each week call a hotline to express concern about their parents' drug and alcohol use.
Harmful effects, brain damage with mental and emotional losses, stroke, heart disease and irreversible damage, liver disease, tuberculosis, emphysema, cancer, depression, suicide, permanent memory loss, mental illness, higher infant mortality, increased crime and violence, impotence.
Crime and violence. Illegal drugs are a factor in 50% of burglaries in the United Kingdom each year. In the US, 60% of people arrested each year have been taking illegal drugs. 650 heroin addicts in the US committed 70,000 crimes in a 3-month period.
Social costs. U.S. businesses lose $100 billion per year due to employees' drug and alcohol abuse. Australians pay $53 billion per year for healthcare, law enforcement, and lost productivity of drug users.
Environmental costs. Every gram of cocaine produced destroys 4.4 square meters of rainforest, with 300,000 hectares of rainforest lost each year to cocaine production.
Death. 52 people die each day due to drugs in the U.S. In Canada, substance abuse is attributed to 21% of total deaths and 23% of potential life years lost due to early mortalities.
Plus more.
Subsidize and convert the drug industry into vegetable organic farming.
For help quitting, please visit the following websites. For more urgent information, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/killers.
Drug begins with ignorance and frustration of the young people of our age. Because many of the organizations sometimes have failed in satisfying their spiritual need for the higher meaning of life, more than just material. Because material today we don't lack. Therefore they are charmed, they are seduced into taking drugs, because in taking drugs sometimes they can have hallucination and feel comforted for a very short time. But little did they realize the very grave consequence after that. Therefore, meditation is the best way to relieve all this suffering of the people when they want to know God, they want to know happiness inside. Because our happiness through meditation, through the light and the music of heaven, is everlasting and is always improved and always more and more happiness, and never have any consequence like the drug. If we can propagate more the meditational benefit, then the drug effect on people will be less, and they will understand where to turn to for a longer lasting happiness.
That's why it is better to refrain from these dangerous substances.
Por eso es mejor apartarnos y no consumir estas sustancias peligrosas.
For the sake of your own as well as the people you love, and for the sake of the peaceful society.
El interés nuestro por quienes amamos y por el bien de una sociedad que debe vivir en paz.
Even cigarette kills so many people every year. You read the report in the newspaper.
Incluso el hábito de fumar, los cigarrillos, matan a tanta gente cada año. Leéis los informes, están en los periódicos.
Yes, so
sí.
It's not like you should have enlightenment at any price. You should have the real thing and not the illusion one.
No es como la iluminación a cualquier precio. Tenemos que lograr lo real y no una ilusión.
Gracias por acompañarnos en el episodio de hoy de En silencio conocemos a Dios. Preguntas y respuestas.
Parte 1 de 4. En palabras de sabiduría. Por favor, acompáñennos de nuevo mañana para la segunda parte de la conferencia, aquí en Supreme Master Television. A continuación sigue Explorando las experiencias cercanas a la muerte con un investigador galardonado, el doctor en medicina p1o4, parte 1 de 2, después de noticias de interés. Adiós y que Dios los bendiga. Thank you for being with us for today's episode of In Silence We Know God, Questions and Answers, Part 104, on Words of Wisdom. Please join us again tomorrow for Part 2 of the lecture, here on Supreme Master Television. Coming up next is Exploring Near-Death Experiences with award-winning researcher Dr. p1o4, MD, Part.
Please visit suprememastertv.com/WOW. For more details and to check our schedule for language availability, please visit suprememastertv.com/WOW and suprememastertv.com/schedule.